Melania.
Hello! So, I heard you want to get into The Sims. You are in luck because I've been playing The Sims for many years. The whole franchise is about 25 years old. There's 4 games, there's a lot of packs, and I personally have been playing since The Sims 2, so I know my shit. I haven't ever had all the packs, but I've had enough packs to know what I'm dealing with. So you clicked on this, naturally I only have to assume that you're interested in getting into The Sims 4. And at this point, oh boy, is there a lot to choose from. I've been playing The Sims 4 since it came out. The game is like 10 years old already. Oh, God. The game is 10 years old already, and there's a lot of packs, and there's still more coming, somehow, for some reason. The game is also pretty broken, and not all the packs are, quality. And the game is expensive. The base game is now free, but with every single pack, just The Sims 4 in its entirety now is well over $1,000, which for most people is rent. It's just too vast and expensive to go into blind, and for some reason they're coming out with more packs. The more that comes out, the more broken it is, and as of right now, Crystal Creations just came out, and there are bugs. Anyway, I made a tier list. I'm going to put all these in order. The very bottom tier is for packs that I believe should not exist. So without further ado, let's go. I'm going to put the base game in A tier. It's pretty solid. It's a good jumping off point. You can mod the heck out of it if you're on PC or laptop. Also, you need the base game in order to play in the first place, so it's just fine. Get to work. I'm gonna put in B. It was the first expansion pack, so again, it is lacking in a couple ways. It would really benefit from a refresh, but as it is, they tried giving you a lot to do. There's a lot you can do in terms of careers and stuff. The world it gives you is pretty small. The creative items are whatever, and they do come with the cults, which are aliens. I've never personally gone to Sixum, so I don't know how like flexible or interactable the other world is, but it's okay. Get Together is S tier. The world is huge. It's the most massive world in the entirety of The Sims 4. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to see. The creative items are mid, but they're very much so a product of the times. It's very like that like early 2010s like party wear kind of aesthetic. And it was a very early pack, so some of the meshes aren't that great. There's so much you could do with it, and there's a lot of cross-pack compatibility. I would argue for detailed and fulfilling gameplay, you need this. It adds so much, and I find it really difficult to enjoy my gameplay without. Next is City Living. It's just okay. It's pretty niche. I wouldn't say that it's completely necessary, but if you want like the different environment, it's fine. The apartments are pretty limited though. Now that we have for rent, which I will complain about when we get there. A lot of City Living is outdated, but for its own charms and like the festivals and the environment and stuff, I think it comes with the politician's career. With the things that it does come with, it's okay. Buy it if you really, really want it, but it's not a necessity. Next is Cats and Dogs, which I would put in S tier because I love animals. I like pets. They add to the world. They're just a part of everyday life. I'm gonna knock it down to A tier because while I do like it, there's a lot of caveats and complaints I do have with it. It only comes with cats and dogs, so it's not even like a pets pack. Technically, in terms of theme, it's incomplete. The world is nice, however, half of it is not interactable. 1/3 of the entire map is beach. The beaches are just decoration, they don't work. The cats and dogs are not controllable. I don't even think you could look at their need decay bars, which is very stressful for a control freak like me. Personally, I play on a laptop, so I have a mod that fixes that. So if you're on console, or you don't like mods, or you don't have the space, it's not really an option for you. So if that's something you care about, I would skip it. Seasons, S tier. It adds so much dimension and texture to the game. Not only do you get seasons, you get holidays, you get a customizable calendar, you don't get a world, but you do get the most well-integrated cross-pack compatibility of any Sims 4 pack ever. It affects literally everything. So if a world is supposed to be tropical, or a desert, or generally just like a hotter climate, they won't get any snow. And it's just like the little details of it are so nice, and it's just a good experience. Get Famous, I'm gonna put in B tier. It's fine, she's good, pretty niche. You definitely don't need it. If you're interested in celebrity culture whatsoever, or you really like royal gameplay, it is fantastic for that. Especially with the fame system, and you get paparazzi, bodyguards, crazed fans, you get all that. It's really good if you want that kind of thing. Okay, really quick, I forgot to mention a major downside. Delso Valley is really, really small. I think it's something only like 8 or 9 lots, and they're not really well dispersed. The lower income area has lots that are way too big, are really awkwardly spaced, and then like the central town area has really weird architecture, and there's also no toilets in the celebrity homes, which is strange. There's also a beach drawn on the map that does not exist at all in the game. And on top of there being no beach, it would have also been a great opportunity to introduce some more apartments, but they did not do that. Island Living, I'm sad to say, goes in C tier because it's empty. This is an expansion pack that I personally feel like should have been a game pack. They come with their own occult, which is mermaids. It does a thing I really don't like and puts an entire culture behind a $40 paywall. I believe Sulani is supposed to be loosely inspired by Hawaii and the Pacific Islands, which is great, but in general it's an expansion pack and there's not a whole lot of stuff to do. I believe it comes with the conservationist career, but even that's pretty like hollow. And with that, there's actually some complaints I have about eco-lifestyle, which I will talk about when I get there. If you primarily care about having all the occults in your game, then I would get it. Like, that's why I got it, so I could have mermaids. Every other occult we've gotten for the game, aside from aliens, has come in their own specific game pack, where they've gotten, like, power and tier systems, and they've been relatively well fleshed out. For an expansion pack, you would think mermaids would have been given the same care, but I feel like Island Living could have been a mermaids game pack with island life elements to it, but it's neither. The mermaids are disappointingly shallow, and the island living aspect, it's just kind of an aesthetic and not an experience. Discovery University, I'm actually going to put this in A tier. It's a pack that surprised me a lot. I remember saying for a couple of years after it came out that I would never get it. It doesn't interest me. I don't want anything to do with student loans or the college experience in my game. Been there, done that. I dropped out. I don't want to deal with it. And then I had a really bad manic episode one day, and I bought it, I guess. I don't really remember. And since I've had it, I've been playing with it, and you know what? It's actually really fun. And the world of Brightchester is very cute. I wouldn't say it's something you need, but it's a good pack that works very well. Now, Eco Lifestyle. I'm gonna put in ugh. I don't think it should exist, because in my personal opinion, I feel like most, if not all, of the features that come with it should have been included in Island Living as part of the conservationist career. I don't know why Eco Lifestyle was made as a separate thing. It's just weird to me to like hipsterify caring about the environment when Island Living was right there. Also, the map doesn't work. I don't mean the map you see when you float into the world and you have to pick a lot to like get into the game. I mean when you get into the game, half the time there's no ground. The floor is broken. Snowy Escape is between a B and a C for me. Only because, again, puts an entire culture and ethnic group behind a $40 paywall. Also, like, the gameplay is just really niche. I'll put it in B tier because it's not bad. Cottage Living, for me, goes in A. To me, it is the perfect, like, cozy living gameplay. I don't feel like it's necessary, but it is a wonderful add-on to have. There's a lot of drama in this pack between the households. Oh my god, EA popped off. Ooh, same with Snowy Escape. There's a lot of lore and interconnections between, like, the different families in the world. It's... High School Years is pretty high. It's, like, between A or S tier for me, because it gives so much stuff for teenagers to do. You get the high school experience, you get prom, you get after-school activities, you get, like, so much for your teen sims to do. All the create-a-sim items are really, really good. Build and buy items are also really, really good as well. And it just comes with so many things that I personally use all the time, and it's just really nice to have more things for your younger sims to do that isn't going to the bar or the club and partying and having I don't know. I'm gonna put it in S tier. You can survive without it. It adds a lot of very essential things for that particular life state. So to me, High School Years is definitely a must. Growing Together. S tier. Like Seasons, it adds so much dimension and depth to the game. Like, even if you don't necessarily do family gameplay, it just helps, like, all the interpersonal aspects of the game. It just feels more full and alive. Gives more things for elders to do, and babies, of course. We got infants with this. Chef's Kiss. Really good. Really good. You need it. Ooh, this hurts my soul. Okay. Next is Horse Ranch, and as much as I personally love it, I'm going to put it in C tier because it's yet another expansion pack that, one, it feels like it absolutely should have been a game. Actually, I'm pretty confident that originally it was a game pack and they decided to up it to an expansion pack for whatever reason. I don't know. And two, it once again does that thing I don't like, which keeps an entire ethnic group and culture, or in this case, cultures, plural, behind a $40 paywall. Not only do you get horses, of course, you get a desert world and indigenous Sims and indigenous inspired clothing and items, which is great. But it's not an expansion pack's worth of stuff. Feels like a game pack. In order to be more like an expansion pack, I feel like they should have gone more in with the cultural stuff, which gets messy because not all Native American tribes are the same. A lot of them are similar, but they all have their own different languages, their own different dances, their own different foods for the most part, from what I've seen. And if you're also going to finally give us indigenous themed things and Sims, finally, because that's never been done. I have looked and I have been searching. It's never been done in the Sims franchise before. If you're finally going to give us this, at least like include something like powwows or like fry bread. Something kind of resembling like ceremonial regalia and jingle dresses, like something. The big center building in the middle of the world map, I was so upset when that wasn't going to be an interactable like community center type lot, because I really thought like, okay, cool, so this is like an activity center, so you could do stuff with the horses and maybe hold town meetings here, something. No, it's an empty box that you can't interact with. It's a rabbit hole, and it's so disappointing to me. I feel like there was almost like a fear to really go for it here. So as much as I love the Horse Ranch pack personally, it still has that feeling of emptiness. Like we could have had more, and they just, for whatever reason, didn't go for it. For rent, I'm keeping very simple and sweet. I'm putting it in ugh, because I feel like it should have been a city living refresh. And it's also broken beyond belief. It's still broken beyond belief. It's ridiculous, the state that this was allowed to be shipped out in. Are you kidding me? People have had their whole saves be erased because the update to accommodate it was so devastating and sloppily done, and then the pack itself has so many problems on its own. It's a cool concept. They should have just done a city living refresh to just have the apartment system just affect everywhere else in the world instead of make it its own thing. And also, again, putting whole cultures and ethnic groups behind a $40 paywall. Why do we have to pay $40 to get Southeast Asian anything? It shouldn't have been made. What is this shit? Holiday pack is free. It's fine. Oh well. It's a new day. I got overstimulated. Also, this is taking entirely too long, so for the rest of the game packs, stuff packs, and kits, I'm gonna try rapid firing a little bit, so bear with me. Let's continue. Outdoor Retreat. C tier. It's pretty empty and only worth it for the tens and stargazing. Spa Day. A tier, especially after the refresh. You get a lot of stuff with it, and it's really cool. Dine Out. Solid D tier. It adds really cool functions to the game, however, it has been broken for years. Vampires, A tier. I would put this in S tier, however those are my own preferences and I fully acknowledge this is fairly niche. If you love vampires, it's a very well done pack, it works perfectly. Parenthood, B tier, it's just okay. Jungle Adventure goes in ugh. I've always found it deeply insulting that the one pack that has a South American themed world has the entire location and populating Sims as props. You can't live there, and the primary gameplay function is to have your Sim act as some bitch that works for the British Museum and steal artifacts. Strangerville, solid B. Comes with the storyline, it's something a little different. The ending of the storyline is a little disappointing, but overall, it's a pretty fun pack, great items, and the environment's cool. Realm of Magic. C. Oops. They could have done so much more with it, and they didn't. Journey to Buffoonery. Ugh. We all know why. Dream Home Decorator. C. It's just okay. It should have been a stuff pack with a surprise career. Speaking of the interior design career, it came broken. I'm not sure if at this point it's been fixed. I would hope so, but it's just okay. My Wedding Stories. I'm putting it in B tier because aside from the busted gameplay, the world is gorgeous, the items are great, and the overall theme, amazing. But the primary gameplay doesn't work. You can use Tartosa for a bunch of other things, and they have functional beaches outside of Sulani. Werewolves, A! Again, I would put it in S, but it is niche and I'm trying to be mindful of that, but it works perfectly. Now on to stuff packs. Luxury Party, D. Empty. Perfect Patio, also D. Boring and empty. Cool kitchen stuff, C. You get ice cream. Spooky stuff, also C. You get costumes, it's cute. Movie hangout stuff, B tier. It's cute and comes with a little bit of gameplay. Romantic garden stuff, solid B tier. It's good for landscaping. Kids room stuff, C tier. It's okay. Backyard stuff, also a solid C tier. B tier. Solid B tier. A lot of cute items, it's good. Vintage glamour stuff, I'm gonna put in A. Or maybe B. It's between A and B for me, because I know the butlers it comes with can be a little bit buggy. Again, like Get Famous, if you're into royal gameplay, it is a fantastic addition. Personal preference though, I'm leaning more towards A, because I personally do get a lot of use out of it. Bowling Night, C tier, it's okay. Fitness stuff, D, forgettable. Toddler stuff, ooh. It's between a B or a C for me. I'll put it in B. Laundry Day. I'm between a B and a C. Because while it is a necessary pack to have, I argue it should have been part of the base game anyway. Like, the theme's very boring. I'll put it at C. Get it if you want, it should have been implemented. My First Pet stuff? Oh, easy. Ugh, we all know why. Moschino stuff I will personally put in D, because while the photography career and all that is nice, the collab with a luxury brand that a majority of people, especially the player base, cannot reasonably afford is quite a bit out of touch. Tiny Living I will put in C, while the challenge of making smaller and smaller builds that are still somehow functional works, and that's fine. I feel like they really missed the mark with the furniture, and we already have modular furniture in the game. I just feel like they didn't go for it the way they could have. Nifty Knitting I'll put in B. It's fine. It gives things for elders to do. Paranormal stuff. A tier. Oh my god, is it good! While the themes are similar to Realm of Magic, they're not the same, and it's the first instance of me feeling like this isn't an expansion of another pack that should have just been an update. It feels like a good complement, because paranormal stuff is not strictly magic, it's adjacent to that. And the ghosties are really cute. Cool kitchen stuff, I'll put in B tier, but I feel like it's more between a B and a C. If you want more kitchen appliances and pizza recipes, then absolutely go grab it. Crystal Creations, I would personally like to put in A because of the aesthetics and theming. However, those bugs, bitch, ooh, knock it down to a B, which hurts my heart. But EA, what the fuck? Bust the Dust, D, it doesn't work. Country Kitchen, C, it's irrelevant, you could just get Cottage Living. Throwback Fit Kit, D, it's forgettable. Courtyard Oasis, A, it's really nice. Industrial Loft, it's pretty good. Fashion Street Kit, A. For more modern Indian-inspired clothes in your game, it's fantastic. Same with Ancient Arrivals, if you like Korean airport fashion, great. Blooming Rooms, B, should have been a refresh of Romantic Garden. Modern Menswear Kit, D. The clothes are ugly, it gives nothing casual for men to wear at all. Mardi Gras, I mean Carnival Streetwear, goes in C, it's just fine. Decor to the Max kit, I'm gonna put in C. If you like bright, loud maximalism, this is the kit for you. It also lends pretty well to certain types of celebrity and royal gameplay, so it's your choice, it's just fine. Little Campers kit, I'm putting in A, it's adorable. Moonlight Chic kit, I'll put in B. It's not my personal taste, but it gives you more outfits. I will actually put the First Fits kit in S. Gives a lot of nice cool little outfit options for your kiddos, which is very useful. Desert Luxe kit I'll put in A. It was actually free when it came out, so if you had the game around then, I hope you grabbed it, it's really good. Everyday Clutter kit goes in B, it's fine, I use it a lot. Wish there were more items though. Pastel Pop kit by Plumbella, A. I use it all the time. Bathroom Clutter kit I will put in C because the non-functionality of a lot of the items is a lot more noticeable. Sim Timid's kit I'll put in D, I feel like it could have been done a lot better. Basement Treasures kit I'll put in C, it's just okay. I feel like they could have done more. Greenhouse Haven kit I will put in D only because I forget it exists. Grunge kit A. Book Nook kit B. Modern Luxe kit personally A. I use the items all the time, it's really well done. Poolside Splash I'll put in C. The fit of some of the clothes are weird, it's not my personal favorite, but it's fine. Castle Estate kit I'll put in C. It's only a build pack, there's no furniture. This pains me, but the Goth kit, gotta put in D. It took like, what, 1 full year in development, and what we got was a barely cohesive buggy mess? Disappointing. Urban Homage kit, straight up A tier. Ebonics never misses, it's so good. And finally, lastly but not least, Party Essentials kit. I will put it in C. It should have been a refresh of luxury party stuff. Okay, and here is my finished ranking. I did change my mind, so I moved a few things around, but ultimately I do stand by what I said. Everything in S and A tier I definitely recommend getting or checking out. Everything in B and C tier are not bad, definitely get them or check them out if you really, really want them. As for D and ugh, aside from maybe Dine Out, I wouldn't waste your time. Anyway, this tier list was made by me. I will have it linked down in the description, and I hope you found this helpful. Bye-bye!